have been some excitements, full houses, kids coming out, watching the women's game, the men's game. We've had some crackers. I've enjoyed it, but I'm still not a commentator. Men's game. We've had some crackers. I've enjoyed it. That's what Garena has been doing, just running in, has some gas behind him, and just banging that ball on a good length. My old coach would say he's bringing the batsman technique into play. If you want to take a risk, take a chance, it could be to your demise.
Yeah, pretty long boundaries here as well, especially square. I guess you can understand as well why bowlers would look to bowl it into the pitch. I guess early on they're wanting to make the most of the new ball, see if there's any movement. This is a really good start from Mill. That's his first set done. Just the 2 for the Oval Invincibles. So important though, isn't it, early on in these first 25 balls as a bowling unit, you have to be really clear, okay, where are we going to bowl early on?
Yeah, I think that's the most important period for both teams. You know, as a batting group, you want to give your team a good start, you know, get 30, 40 runs in the power play. But as a bowler, you don't want that. You want to restrict them, get 2. If you get 3 wickets in the power play, chances of you winning, you know, gets higher. And yeah, Milner has done that, and that's why they're middle of the table. The batters have not really, you know, come good as they should. Yes, Levy has hit some big bombs, but it's important that you just start well, both with the ball and bat.
Yeah, we're going to see Imran Tahir now, oldest player in the tournament, still going strong.
Lovely start to me.
So experienced, isn't he? Just played all around the world. He's always a sought-after player in these competitions.
Age these days is just a number. Experience counts. Experience always counts. And Imran is a candy performer. Looks to attack the stumps. Has a good googly. Is the one he will slow up just outside the off stump, inviting you to go for that big drive. And he's had success against Jason Roy as well.
Interested for a while.
I wonder if the captain has said to him, well, in this format, because of the time, you got to bowl your overs in. When you get wickets, don't celebrate as long as you do.
Well, they were one of the teams that were penalised, weren't they? They didn't quite make that cut-off point before the last 5 balls start. You have to reach a certain time. If you don't, you have to have an extra fielder in the circle. Very good start for Birmingham Phoenix, just the 3 runs off their opening 10 balls. We had a brilliant crowd in for the women's game earlier, but it's just filled out for this evening match. Lots of young families, young and old. It's great to see the youngsters get involved at the game that you had on the side of the pitch. I think Rob Key's gone in the groin though.
He was just bowling, had me bending over. I told him my trousers were too tight. I'd rather bowl instead. But it's always good to see the youngsters. That's what the 100 is about. You know, bringing new fans to the game. You know, getting them involved.
Tom Helm into the attack. There's a lot of his cricket with Middlesex. Struggled with injuries in the past, but it's good to see him back and fighting fit. Tall bowler. Been pretty expensive so far in the tournament, going at around 11 runs per set of 5. sure he'd be keen to just bring that down. Well, it's aerial, but I think it's over. Hasn't timed it. It's just plugged slightly in the outfield. They'll come back for two.
Didn't try to hit it too hard. Deliberate, I must say, trying to go over extra cover. Standing tall, right in the bounce. But so far, it's a good start for the Phoenix.
What do you look for, Darren, in young players when you see them for the first time, whether it's a tall, fast bowler or a batter? Are there certain things that you pick out?
Well, especially now these days, everybody in this short format likes somebody with a bit of pace. You know, you always keep the batsman in check when you got that pace. But for me, I always like the variation.
Well, that's nicely picked up. It split the fielders out on the leg side. Deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Couldn't get round to cut it off. The first boundary for Jason Roy.
Now, he's running bowled 4 balls. Good length, hitting the deck. No boundaries hit. And then he goes, because he's assuming the batter is coming at him, he goes and changes the pace.
A slower ball again. He's just not quite timed that as well as the one we saw previously, Jason Roy. Another set of 5 done. Tom Helm, he's gone for 9 of his first set. Probably see another change now. Looks as if we're going to see Milne again, just going extra pace on at the moment. Moeen Ali, I guess, trying to just target those stumps, control where they're being hit.
This is important. Jacks is under pressure right now. Just 3 of 7 balls. And I think that's why Moeen Ali could sense a wicket is round the corner. Normally when you keep the batsman tight in that short format, they know they put in the team under pressure.
Oh, he's towed it. Don't think he knew much about that one. Will Jacks, it looked as if he was trying to go down the ground, but he's ended up completely towing it, and it's ended up behind the stumps. Nice, there's not too much more you can do with that sort of delivery. Milne is having a brilliant tournament, just going at around the 4 runs per 5. And that is very impressive. Anything over, anything less than 1 run per ball, that's gold dust, isn't it?
It is. You know,
nice, that's just bludgeoned through, and that will go all the way to the boundary. Oh, Jacks, lovely strike.
probably the only bad ball he's bowled. Looking for that Yorker, and you could understand why, because it had the batsman on the back foot. So he's searching for that Yorker, but he just missed his line. But he's having a brilliant tournament.
Well, that was bludgeoned as well, just straight down the ground. Milne had to take evasive action. Back-to-back boundaries.
Oh man, Milner was ducking for cover. Oh, watch out, mate. The shots the batters play these days, man. Changing the field. Mid-wicket goes to dip mid-wicket, and the sweeper on the offside comes into the ring.
Very good from Milne again. Oval Invincible, just 23 off there, 20 balls. Well, the home crowd would be pleased at the moment. Birmingham Phoenix are keeping the Oval Invincibles pretty quiet at the moment. And it'll be Pat Brown. Well, that's aerial and that'll be taken. Simple catch. Pat Brown into the attack. First ball and first wicket for him.
I was just about to say, I remember seeing Pat Brown in the NatWest Finals day, right here in Edgbaston, I think three seasons ago. And he was the man getting wickets for his county. And first ball, you know, after facing Milner, I think it just deceived him. Only could master to cover.
Yeah, it just looked as if he perhaps played a bit early on it. And Will Smead took the catch. I think he just lost it in the light slightly. It doesn't matter because Will Jacks is gone and Colin Ingram is out to the middle. They're playing on a hybrid pitch this evening, so it's a sort of pitch that lasts a little bit longer. I was talking to Tammy Beaumont about it. She said sometimes it can just stick in the pitch a little bit. I think that was more based on the shot, perhaps just trying to turn it too early.
How do you call it? How do you call the pitch?
A hybrid pitch. Don't ask me too many more questions about it.
A hybrid pitch. When I hear that, I think runs and pace and bounce.
Yeah, I think they last longer. They have some sort of artificial material going down throughout the wicket, so it just lasts longer. I think good for the ground staff. I think they like it. Oh, this is brilliant from Birmingham Phoenix. He's playing the conditions very well. Holding straight, asking questions all the time. That's the end of Will Jacks. Will Smead there. You've played here before, haven't you, Darren? You've played here before, haven't you?
Yeah,
broken a window.
I did play. I played a test match here where Tino Best almost got 100, and my last game for Nottinghamshire in the T20 Blast, I think I connected with one and smashed one of the windows on top of there. They did send me a bill, but I just left it with Trent Bridge.
Hopefully they won't know that you're here today, Darren. come and get that money that you owe them.
Oh my, they better not go on my Instagram. But you want them looking at this Sky Sports.
Nicely played, picked up, slower ball and bludgeoned Colin Ingram. His first boundary of the evening. That's the end of the power play. Oval Invincibles, they move on to 29 off their 25.
Happy to get a boundary away. It's been a tough tournament for him thus far, for Oval Invincibles. And a promotion up to number 3, which he will enjoy. Crowd are going to enjoy having Moeen Ali on the bowl. Absolutely is a local hero here. Captain of Birmingham Phoenix. Incredibly popular leader of this team and any team he plays for. Power play done. Just the 29 runs from it for the Invincibles. Pitch a touch on the slow side, Tammy Beaumont.
Yeah, it's been used a couple of times, obviously the game the other day and the women's game earlier.
Oh, excellent, Mo.
I think both captains at the toss felt that conditions might change, might be a little bit more favourable chasing under the lights later on. We might get a bit of dew and the ball might slide on a bit more. Invincibles, though, will have the opportunity. They've got a deep batting lineup. Opportunity to put 140 plus on the board, you'd think, and that might well be a challenge for a team in these conditions. Tom Moody looking extremely studious. The pad and the glasses.
I always ask coaches, what do you write down during the game? I'm not a big note taker.
That's 6. Lob it back.
Jason Roy down the ground, frees his arms. First 6 of the innings. It's his England teammate Moeen Ali. Lovely strike there. Fast feet, got to the pitch of it, and got the elevation he needed.
Just that little bit of width, wasn't there? Was able to really open his arms up, and then the short arm jab on the sweep. It's a terrific way to finish the 6th set of 5. 40 for 1. Is it me, Tammy, or is the music just gone up a notch in terms of volume since this afternoon? We certainly need to, as this place fills up.
Excellent, Emily.
Yeah, I think you've always got to turn the speakers up to drown out the Hollies stand here at Edgbaston. It's always rocking in the Hollies. Doesn't matter what time of day. The DJs have been good though, haven't they?
They have. This one's been to Dinesh Karthik's tailor.
Loves a loud shirt, doesn't he, Dinesh?
Oh, big shout. It's full. But doesn't impress Russell Warren. No review. quicker delivery from Tahir, sensing that Roy is looking for the short boundary on the sweep.
Down, down!
Oh, boy. That has been brutalised through extra cover.
Looks like he's outside the line there. Good bit of bowling from Tahir, but
Down, down!
very next ball, cut away for 4.
Milne a little off balance with the throw, which gave Ingram plenty of time to make his ground. Just right on line with the... I suppose if you drew a line from fine leg through to extra cover here in the pod and just saw all the way that Jason Roy crashed that ball.
Down, down! Nice on me!
Just makes you feel sorry for the leather at times, as hard as they hit it.
Really does. It was just as you thought Jason Roy was getting off to a slightly slow start, 10 off 10. He's hit 3 boundaries in the last 4 balls and he's away, 25 off 15. Great start for the Oval Invincibles.
.35 gone, 46 for 1. Plenty of depth in these teams. I think as the squads are kind of working their way through or working their way into the tactical requirements of 100-ball cricket. I've seen a lot of innings come to a close with teams with plenty of wickets in hand where they haven't quite gone hard enough. You know, you're making a middling score with only 4 down. You think, well, you've wasted some resources there. But everybody's learning at the moment.
There's that real fine balance, isn't there, of going so hard in the power play that actually you risk losing 2 or 3 wickets and then kind of finding your way to a below par score, or kind of not going hard enough up front and leaving too much to do. It's, you know, it's only 20 balls less and the power play is slightly smaller percentage of the game, but, you know, it's these little things that I think it just takes a little bit of time to work out.
You're desperate not to lose 3 in a T20 power play, aren't you? I wonder if you might be okay with 3 in the 100. I don't know. None of us know yet. We haven't had enough data in on it, but it might be that it's okay in the 100.
Seems like it's been a real conscious plan for the seamers against Jason Roy to go that back of a length, and a lot of pace-off deliveries as well, almost giving him nothing to go down the ground with.
Speaking of giving you nothing, somebody's wasted an enormous amount of money on fireworks in the daytime. This reminds me of days gone by, 99 World Cup in England. Huge firework display in the opening game. Obviously it's an 11 o'clock start. And this couldn't start the game because there was so much smoke drifting across the ground that the players couldn't see from one end of the pitch to the other. 50 up.
Showing your age just a little bit there, Butch. Can't say I remember it.
1999. It's not that long ago, surely.
I think I'd only just started playing cricket then. I was 8.
Oh, you was going to say, you were going to tell me you're only just born.
No,
you
no,
look
I'm
it. You
older.
look it, Tam.
I'm older than I
You
look.
look it.
Thanks.
Oh, clipped away delightfully by Jason Roy. He's motoring now. He goes to 32. 40 balls gone, 55 for 1.
We We've seen the power from Jason Roy, and then we see the touch just deep in the crease there, flicks it beautifully off his pads, times it into the gap. And Jason Roy is motoring here, 32 off 18 balls.
Likes batting here, doesn't he, Jason Roy? Remember that innings he played against Australia in the World Cup 2019. It's only 2 years ago that time, is that all right?
Best hand-me-down I ever got, I reckon, that World Cup shirt from my brother.
Pat Brown. Slammed to long off by Ingram. Magnificent introduction to first team cricket, Pat Brown, in the blast and 50 over comp. Made a real name for himself bowling at the death. Variations, good use of a bumper. And as so often happens with young players, he's run into a couple of injuries, terrible back injuries, kept him out for a while, and he's just having to feel his way back into the game again, re-establish that reputation. Jason Roy is no respecter of reputations, good or bad.
Jason Roy there just dancing down the wicket, creating that angle for himself, and just manages to slap it away into the leg side for a one bounce four. Really looking to motor now, Jason Roy.
And look for two. Jason Roy dead keen to get back on strike, but is sent home by Colin Ingram. 27 runs from the last 10 deliveries that he's faced, Jason Roy. Certainly got used to the conditions now. Beautiful touch from Ingram. If you can't find the middle of the bat by swinging hard, then a little bit of touch play might help you out.
A little bit of class there from Colin Ingram, just letting the ball come right onto the bat, dabbing it late and just finding that gap. Third man had just been brought up. Good boundary there for Ingram.
Brown has 1 for 17 from 10 deliveries, 45 gone, 66 for 1. Seen the variations of Liam Livingstone as yet. And Tahir has got through 10 deliveries for just the 7 runs. We are going to see the variations of Benny Howe, though, and he does have a box of tricks. A lot of protection on that leg side boundary out towards the Hollies. Keeper up. It's the trademark of Benny Howe, playing for Gloucester or the Birmingham Phoenix. The keeper will always be up in front of the stumps. He'll cover the ball with his left hand as he runs in. And Lord only knows what's going to come out of his hand over the course of one 5-ball set.
That's the skill, isn't it? You've got to, if you've got all the variations, you've got to deliver them at the right time.
Ball, Ben. Ball, Benny.
Looked like a knuckleball. The way the ball had very little in the way of revolutions on it as it went down the crease. It sort of hovered. but it was well picked by Ingram.
What do you think, Butch? Any young seamers out there? What are the key variations that they need to kind of develop as a youngster?
Got him. It was a slower something from Benny Howe. And Jason Roy was through the shot in July. It's August now.
Wow, the big wicket there of Jason Roy playing across the line, cannoning into leg stump, and he's got to go. He was looking good, he was looking set for a big one, but Benny Howe is ecstatic with that one.
Jason Roy furious with himself as he makes his way off the field. There was a big one coming there, 38 from 22. Benny Howe had other ideas. 68 for 2. So if I was going to use an analogy of the months to say that he'd played it early, I'd have said September, it's now August, wouldn't I?
I don't know what you're saying. No, I think you got it right with July. July's earlier.
Yeah, I think I did. As I said, everybody's learning.
Learning the months, Butch.
It's been a long week. Sam Billings, who made 40 not out in the Invincibles' return to winning ways against Welsh Fire at the Oval on Monday night. 40 from 34 deliveries. He's out of the crease at number 4.
I really like Billings coming in just that fraction earlier. You know, for England, he's down at 5, 6, 7 at times, and I think he's a player that just thrives on the responsibility, so it's great to see him bang at 4 here.
Another hover ball from Benny Howe, and it's an excellent set of 5 from him. The halfway point, the Invincibles are 69 for 2.
Misfield by Moeen Ali.
Go, Sammy! Lift him.
I often watch the batters when there's, like Jason Roy was going, and the next batter would come, like you see Ingram just rotating it, not taking too many risks. And sometimes I feel that also put pressure on the other batter. If I believe in this format, you come in, get 3, 4, 5 balls, then you have to show that intent to look for the boundaries as well.
Well, that's what he's found there. Just using the pace that was on offer. He'll be dancing to DJ Sammy shortly. I understand DJ Sammy is going to be in place after this constant. You're wandering up to the stage.
Yeah, but I'm sending the message to the DJ, better turn up the music.
77 from 55 balls. Last time Darren Sammy was here, he broke some windows. That was the introductory. When you came on, I think Lydia said, have you played here before? Yeah, last time I just broke some windows. Right, time for a strategic timeout.
So we're currently in a strategic timeout, so let's have a look at some of the highlights from the match so far.
Right, 8 games constitute the group stages. Top 3 will qualify. Top team will go straight through to the final. And 2 plays 3 in eliminator. So both these sides need to get on winning ways again. 2 wins apiece. It's pretty tight. Still the Southern Brave there in 7th. They still have a chance of qualifying. So lots to play for in the remaining 3 or 4 games, depending which team you are. So 8 teams, 8 games. You play your local rival twice. That's why there's 8 games. Canny operator.
Yep. He supported Milner very well throughout this tournament. I think he's taken 5 wickets. Just varies his pace. Uses the pitch quite well.
Yeah, he's just got a bag of tricks. That's the problem for a batter right now. You're thinking which one's coming. And he's giving you no clue.
Good move.
Just to confirm the bag of tricks, Jason Roy had been hitting it beautifully, striking it beautifully. Even then, he was just outfoxed slightly by the change of pace. You see, it gives you nothing.
His bag of tricks deceiving everybody.
Runs, 60 balls gone. Let's have another look at it. Budding young cricketers out there. You can see he's giving you nothing, and he's got the knuckles behind the ball. See that? So when he releases the ball, he's got no energy really behind it. It just floats out, and that is why it just sort of, in the end, as a batter, you're not quite sure, and you play too early often, and that's exactly what Roy did. It's a brilliant bit of bowling. You can look at the stroke and say he could have played down the line a little straighter, but in the end, he was outfoxed. Staying on. You'd have just stood there and give it a long handle, wouldn't you? You would have done it. The long on deep mid wicket, something like that.
I would basically be playing him for the slower ball, if that's how you call it, because you know I know he can't beat me because of his pace, you know. So I'll be really hanging back and looking for that knuckle ball. Still got to hit it though. And at the moment he's operating in on that line and length where it's not too short. He could sit back and pull it over mid wicket. No, it's too full where he could just hit it over his head. That's why he's bowling so economically.
Just the elevation. It was hit firmly enough. In the end, it's an excellent shot, but it was mighty close.
Well needed, much needed boundary there for Ingram. Moeen Ali thought he was in with a chance. One of Ingram's favorite areas over extra cover.
It's one of the gambles you take, and you'll know this as a skipper. When you bowl him the extra 5, sometimes you can get more accustomed to the ball, the release, and that's what's happened here. 4 followed by 6. Maybe not such a good decision in the end to carry on.
Especially when you know they're looking to up the tempo. In the timeout, Tom Moody would have been saying, let's step it up a bit. You guys are in.
Good shot,
Very good, Benny.
.65 balls gone. 98 for 2.
It's one of these hybrid pitches, so little bits of nylon all the way down the pitch just to keep it relatively fresh, so the pitch doesn't dry out and the ball keeps carrying off the nylon. Same pitch as was used here against the Trent Rockets on Sunday, and in the end they chased down 145 with great ease, the Phoenix. I think the feeling was they were about 15 or 20 runs light, so 160, something like that. Adam Milne, cool, he was impressive, really impressive with the first 10 balls. Bowling with good pace. Nearly. We saw a brilliant catch from Quinton de Kock a few nights ago, nearly rivaling that.
Sam Billings decided he's not going to stay there and allow Milner to just hit that area, hit that deck. He threw everything at it. I've been quite impressed with Billings. Looking forward to him captaining. I think he's led this team very well, you know.
Cool, what a shot. Nearly a brilliant bit of fielding. That's an amazing shot. The pace he's bowling, how quickly he's picked up the length. Nearly 90 miles an hour, just shy. And Colin Ingram has just dispatched it.
He was ready for the challenge. 90 miles, no problem.
Well, you know you're playing well when you're hitting that on square. Often with a pace, you go behind square. You don't pick it up so well.
This is what I like. probably 10 balls ago, he was probably 23 runs of 20 balls. You know, he's done the hard work. It's very important for him to go and get a big score.
And he feels that now, because that's why I think he bowled the extra 5 from Benny Howe, and he's gone to his main gun now because he wants a wicket. He knows he's under pressure. He's trying to go to his big wicket taker. And it hasn't quite worked so far in the last 10 balls. 70 balls gone, 109 on the board. .30 balls left. Imran Tahir. What a shot, signature shot.
This is some billions for you. Most of the times you've got to have that man on the sweeper. Very square, if not behind square. Plays that shot very well. They've kept him same place. Would he go again?
It won't be long before DJ Sammy will be up there in about 5 minutes time. What have you got for us? What are you going to be playing?
I hope he got my tunes, man. Need to wake
up
tunes. You need to wake up this place. Bit of dancing, shake a leg or two. Yeah, need some music to warm up my blood.
Gone miles, gone absolutely miles. The best of Colin Ingram tonight.
Even the ball wants to go in the DJ booth. Colin is stepping this up here now. He's in total control.
Billings said yes straight away to 2, and that is outstanding running, because Billings was pushing Ingram all the way. He was going to the danger end, yeah, applauded by his mate. 75 balls gone, 123 runs on the board.
Well, Ingram has played nicely, 49 from 30, Billings 16 from 11. They look like they've got a chance of a very good score. Have the Invincibles. Jason Roy 38 from 22, and Will Jacks, I think he's going to be such a good player. Already is such a good player. Solid crunch down the ground.
Good, Havo.
50 for Ingram. Just the 31 balls, it's been an excellent knock. At times in this competition, he's been in the middle order. Today, this evening at 3, he's been much better. A place he's much more, well, he's much more used to batting. If it's T20 cricket, he's generally an opener.
I know.
This is the thing about this competition. So many teams have signed sort of top order batsmen. They've ended up with too many. The Oval Invincibles have had that more than anyone else.
Yeah, it's noticeable in the first game. Everyone was asking who's going to open, and Sam Curran actually came out with Roy. And they reverted back to the Roy and Jack's partnership, which has proven fruitful. He's been brilliant this evening. Colin Ingram hitting to all parts of the ground. Power, but also skill.
Crowd catch, bump ball, almost snuck through as a Yorker. Darren Sammy is going round to the DJ booth to go and do a bit of DJing. It's gone straight up. Actually, it's just gone over third man, over the keeper. That's just going to race away. More fortune this time for Colin Ingram. 80 balls done.
But it wasn't where he wanted the ball to go, Colin Ingram. He was looking to sort of shovel it into the leg side, but a top edge over the keeper's head. No fielders there either. Boundary. Going nicely.
Well, the current rate, if they keep going at this, it'll be 164. You always look around 150 as a benchmark, I reckon, in the men's game.
Did you put him up to this, Rob?
No, this is not my idea. There's a few of us who got asked. I reckon Darren Sammy is the perfect man for DJ. Tom Helm back into the attack. 10 balls, 18 runs so far, no wickets. Well, where's the field? He'll start looking around, Billings, for the ramp shot and lots of sweeps. Field back on the leg side. Oh, hit hard out into mid-wicket. Excellent from Billings, just cleared the left leg so many times. He moves all over the crease. That time was just bludgeoned out into the leg side.
He just looks so confident, doesn't he? Just since ball one, he struck it well. He's found the middle. Now we're just seeing pure striking really from Billings. Doesn't move much at all.
I'd say, if anything, the shorter boundary is out to the leg side.
Straight line. He's looking to hit that wide line. Probably Yorkers. And just try and make sure that he's hit out to his boundary riders on the offside. He's got deep cover and a long off.
It's that type of shot, that type of delivery actually that left-handers normally just love, because they can sort of back cut it past backward point. Well, they want a couple. Billings is quick, not quick enough. Well, this has been pretty good from Helm. Single, then no run, single. Obviously to wide as well. So he's got one more ball left in this 5. Slow ball just at the right time. 85 balls done. Over to you, DJ Sammy. That bloke in the suit doesn't look impressed at all.
He looked natural, didn't he?
Here we go then. Pat Brown, 10 balls, 17 runs. Right, what does he want? He wants a quick change in the field. Oh, Billings has to get back. Oh, all he needed to do was almost like 10-pin bowling. Roll it onto the stumps. Billings had given it up.
Yeah, well, he wanted to come through for the single, Billings. He had to turn quickly. He gave up in the end because he knew if Brown hit, he probably would have been very, very short. Luckily for him, Brown missed the stumps.
Oh, out into the offside. Excellent catch. Benny Howe did so well, just getting off to his left. Judged it perfectly. This has been a good stint. The last 7 or 8 balls have been excellent, and Sammy is back on the decks.
Well, this is a good catch actually in the end. It's always hard when you're running round and it just starts to dip. You have to make sure that you take it cleanly and it doesn't pop out as you're going down with the ball. And really good work by Benny Howe there. And another one for Pat Brown. He's pleased. No, Laurie Evans, he's coming in now.
Yeah, they've just put a check on the run rate. They were looking at one stage like getting way past 160. But the last few balls, they've been excellent at the death. Started from Tom Helm, now Pat Brown continuing. Laurie Evans, another one of those players who likes to bat, what, number 3 generally in blast cricket. He's coming in with, what, 13 balls to go. What can he do? Oh, that looks bang in front. Big appeal. I reckon that's worth a review. Maybe, if anything, just sliding down. I reckon he's just reviewed that, has he, Moeen Ali?
For LBW, it's a fair delivery. Just run that through all the way. It doesn't look like there's bat involved, so we'll go straight to ball tracking. They're building ball tracking at the moment.
Well, I think that's just slipping down, maybe a bit high as well. He's just gone back a fraction. Just going to miss leg stump. Still, this is good. Much better from the Birmingham Phoenix. It seems a while since Ingram's had much of the strike. Long off. Oh, spills it. Should have been taken. That's poor. Hammond, the culprit. Had a lot of time. It was hit just pretty much straight to him. Hard hands, it spills out.
Yeah, it's not the first one that's gone down today either. We saw the women's team, Birmingham Phoenix, they've dropped 3 catches. And this is similar to the one that Benny Howe had earlier. It just popped out.
Very good from Pat Brown. 90 balls done.
It's fun, it's exciting.
So you can hang out and stay as long as you want.
That's,
bowled 5 and then he had to continue. Or he got asked to continue. That is excellent from Ingram.
Yeah, probably one of the cleanest strikes of the evening as well. In the slot and out the park.
Oh, somebody nearly just fall over then. I want to see the end of that catch again. Someone looked like they went for a dive forward in the crowd. Well, this is the problem. You bowl 5 really well. You're in the gun now. You're under pressure. Oh, that's brilliant. That is really good. So clever as much as anything else. Just the... No diving in front of anyone. Oh, that is hit so hard. Laurie Evans now in on the act. This is very good from the Oval Invincibles.
Yeah, pace on this time from Brown, and Evans, I think, he's just hung back in his crease. He has played it really deep in his crease, waited for it, just exposed that gap behind the point.
Well, this is now costly. The second lot of 5, 6-4, 1-4. Brown's figures, 19 balls. He's got 1 left, 34 runs, 2 wickets. Swing a bit harder, 95 balls done. Well, 157 already, a very good score, but we saw the Phoenix, and the last time we saw them play here, they came out swinging in the power play. Finn Allen, Will Smead, Moeen Ali, Liam Livingston, they have plenty of power. When you get over 150, you feel like you're in a decent position as the batting team. Phoenix won the toss though, so they would have been expecting to try and chase down anything. Milne to finish. Nice timing, should be a couple. Well, there's a hesitation, but that was an easy 2 really. I reckon Ingram fancied the strike, that's the problem. They're queuing up to face the last few balls. Busy out there, has Benny Howe. Sorry, Liam Livingston. Nearly. Excellent Yorker, really good. Really good. That's sometimes a problem when you bowl express pace, as Milne does. The keeper's so far back. I once played in a game when Morne Morkel was bowling, and Jimmy, people just constantly took byes through to the keeper every time it went through. In the end, we had to put in a short leg just to try and stop him from doing it.
Yeah, it's a stage in the game as well where you often see the wicket-keeper take their throwing glove off, their throwing arm, their wicket-keeping glove off. I'm not sure I would though with this pace coming through.
Out into the leg side this time. That's the problem with extra pace, as it just bounces onto the security guard, but the extra pace doesn't matter if you do hit it out of the middle, it's still going to travel. 91.1 miles per hour, that ball.
Yeah, it's not controlled, is it? But as you say, Keezy, with that extra pace, literally go anywhere. Luckily, the Invincibles, it's cleared the ropes.
Look how pleased he is for just grabbing hold of the ball. Never get that. There must be so many cricket balls you touch in your life. Oh, I reckon he's beaten the gap there. Long on, deep mid-wicket, can't get close. This has been some knock from Ingram. 79 now from just 42.
Yeah, and to hit the ball this far in front of square when it's nearly 92 miles an hour, it just gives you an idea of how well he's seeing it. He's timed it and he's pumped it well in front of square.
Right, Ingram on 79. The highest score in the tournament so far in the men's game is 81. David Willey last night. Needs a couple to level with it. Not sure he's going to get there. Oh, he's quick. Oh, that's a wayward throw as well. So Ingram will end up joint top run scorer in the tournament, or the highest score in the tournament, with David Willey. And the Oval Invincibles end up on 172. Most of it down to that man on screen. Moeen Ali has his work cut out, but they have an excellent batting lineup. That has been very, very good from the Invincibles.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, especially considering they didn't get off to a flyer in the power play, and I just wonder if we're going to see that more and more. Teams be happy just to have those wickets intact and then go big outside of the power play. Either way, Ingram's played a brilliant innings.
Yeah, he's much happier towards the top of the innings, coming in at number 3 with a hard ball. And in the power play, that is much more what he's used to. See Jason Roy, Will Jacks, they started off proceedings. They came hard in that power play. That makes such a difference. You get off to a decent start in that, and then someone continues. Everyone else can just bat around them. Started with Jason Roy. He got him off to a flyer. 38 from just 22. That gives you momentum. Ingram, he finished it off. 81 from 43. Nicely supported by Sam Billings, 24 from 17. He's having an excellent tournament, is the Invincibles captain.
Yeah, the bowlers, they all went for a few this evening. Pat Brown, he picked up a couple of wickets. And Benny Hale chipped in with one. 20 balls for him, he went for 28 runs. They've got to chase it down now.
Yeah, to have a bit of pace, have a bit of class with the ball. Do the Phoenix, but it's been a tough night on what has been, it has to be said, an excellent pitch. And that is exactly what Moeen Ali will be thinking. It's a good pitch, just hit decent cricket shots. Selfie for Ingram, or whatever that is, will probably end up on Instagram on the Oval Invincibles page. We'll find out in a second. I'm just sort of dragging this out because we're waiting for Ingram to stop having selfies, then he can have a flash interview with Mark Butcher, I'm assuming. Phil Neal, the old England manager. 173 runs then the Phoenix need from 100 balls. It's going to take some chasing, but if they do, it's going to be an absolute cracker. Good crowd in here at Edgbaston. Here he comes. You're pleased with a knock like that. Finally, Butch.
Well, I'm still waiting for Colin Ingram, and we can forgive him for taking a little bit of a breather after that magnificent innings. Colin, you got a chance to come in a little higher up the order for the first time for the Invincibles, and you've repaid the faith that your management have had in you.
Yeah, to be honest, it's been a tough old summer, so just to get in early and you know, find a few boundaries and get some sort of rhythm going was probably highly needed, and I really enjoyed it, to be honest.
Well, it looks like, well, you're not looking like you're enjoying it too much at the moment, but you struck a few magnificent balls. How did you find the conditions out there? A little bit tricky to get started, but once you're in, no problem?
Yeah, I mean, the hybrids, you know, it's a sort of new surface for me, so looking at it looks a bit strange, and you know, the first few sort of just wobbled a bit, so it shows once you get in this game, it becomes a lot easier. Yeah, so grateful to spend some time out there, and it looks like we've got a nice total.
Yeah, what have you sort of thought about 100 balls? Have you guys kind of got your heads around that it's only 20 balls less, but there is certainly a different tempo to the way that you have to begin an innings in this format?
Yeah, I think we're sort of finding it out as we're going along, and you know, we seem to finding more and more of a pattern. We've been quite flexible with our batting order, which I think is quite key. And then just trying to, I think still, if you get a good batter in, you know, you can make it count. So we've seen, you know, in the competition, when guys have got in and taken the game a bit deeper, the runs seem to flow, but certainly something new.
Any change in the conditions out there? Has it sort of got a little cooler? It didn't come on a little bit more? Any dew, anything like that?
No, I think the new ball in general, so far in the tournament has sort of nipped around and done a bit. So I think with the drier surfaces, this new ball seems to have a nice big seam and it grips and goes from there. But certainly once we got through that, it was a little easier and a really good wicket.
Okay, very well played. Go and have a drink and a shower or something.
Thanks, Butch. Cheers.
And enjoy the wander back. He's right at the far side of the ground. You'll probably be able to see. You have to go right across the ground. So well done to Colin Ingram for coming over and talking to Butch there. And what an innings, a gem of an innings. And he's led his side to 172 for 3. Now, a really good run chase in the last game from the Phoenix. They're going to need that again. And that will be coming up after the break.
Is much more what he's used to. See Jason Roy, Will Jacks, they started off proceedings. They came hard in that power play. That makes such a difference. You get off to a decent start in that and then someone continues.
Highest score in the men's competition so far is 173 for 4. That was by Welsh Fire, so not far off, just a run in it. 172 from 100 balls. One innings from Colin Ingram. 3 wickets down, but the Birmingham Phoenix, they did chase